Earlier in the video, we talked a lot about the different options you've got with your guide hand placement and what your dominant hand ought to look like. Once you've decided on that, we can start getting into some overhead throws. So the progression you're getting ready to do is just to teach the snapper to make sure his hands are up as high as he can and he's as tall as he can be, and that way he's got a lot of leverage. So the first thing I'm going to ask Jacob to do is hold the ball behind his head, and I'll tell the guys at camp, Velcro it to the back of your head or glue it to the back of your head, and I'll have him throw one out right here, okay? And what he's going to try to do is throw 3 like that right to me and see how that feels, okay? Great. Okay, then the next series of 3, I would have him hold the ball right on top of his head. Overhead pass progression, okay? These are all bent arm positions. You're trying to teach that snapper where his arms are in space, because it's really important he understands what the arm extension is all about. We said earlier in the tape there, we're breaking it down. If you don't have good arm extension, you're gonna struggle a little bit. All right, now Jacob's gonna put his hands up high, okay, and he's gonna throw 3 like that, okay? That's a hot pass right there. 2 more. Great. And 1 more like that. Good. All right. Now what you're trying to teach him with that is the ones where his hands are elevated up over his head are the hottest passes. All right. So if his hands are up high, that ought to be a position where he can produce the most power and incorporate as much of his core muscles as he can. Now I'm going to have Jacob turn sideways. All right. And he's going to get in his stance. Okay, and here's a couple of things I'll have the kids do. In a snap stance, go ahead and line up, Jake. All right, that's a good snap stance. Okay, that's where you want your snapper to wind up. Okay, you stand up with the ball. Okay, so I'll walk the kids through a sequence like this. All right, and what he's going to do, I'll tell him, put the ball behind your head, just like the passes we did. All right, now get down in your stance. Keep the ball Velcroed to the back of your head. Okay, and then I ask him, is the ball ever there when you snap? No, it shouldn't be. All right, and he'll stand back up. He'll put it on top of his head. He'll get down in his stance. All right, is the ball ever there when you snap? No. Okay, so stand back up. Now put it up over your head. Now get down in your stance. Great, and that's what he ought to look like. So there's another way to reinforce the thing about getting your arms extended. That's a good job, Jake, thanks.